him said about a week ago na moye demonstration, right?
Yep.
Was it on Tuesday? No, Tuesday.
Yeah, so today's
the end of the week. Now, what is your ultimatum?
Oh well, we share krata de ma wo mo a petition no.
Yeah.
Now ultimatum be any.
Okay.
But the part we are there now. It's about it. Another party. There was a woman in Pakrono, Ember.
Yeah.
You're raising some baby or petition when you think yes or your chair casino on Benade Walker once me. It's a name who I could hear say easy for or one who December and someone yet there two many on my yet. And yet can I want to say Yabemo now watch back.
Now watch back.
Because if reason I watch back enough for the commission giving resources of more nipa yem we ma omunim de e fan semo aye kan ho infidi omo no e betumi aye possible say wona watch ba akumu no mbu betumi ahwe nsem ni nyina na omo de ho
imu aye aba
ana mu aye abre but ye de ehia ye titiru pa
na kasa no form some
ha ye de ehia ye titiru pa na say ihwehwemu mapa was a koso into the 2024 register, no voters register na the beto aba no ene ne hia pa na no na easy for no omo twetwe omo na ase wo ho enti ene na wotwe na so enti mpanyu fogusu a ya kaiti afam ho a yeto ato adwene as to dia wose ye na ye de ensure say sa ade we a ye hwese easy be ye na easy be ye because a broadway nti ase so say about commission we see agina say on pene masa nhwehwemu ne nkoso
we sure so we see agina
yes.
Well eda amode petition de come awon no mu issue statement response to NDC's petition following demonstration on Tuesday 17 September almost say the Electoral Commission has received the petition submitted by the NDC at the end of their demonstration on Tuesday. The commission will review the petition and provide its response in the coming days. The commission wishes to assure the general public that the process of producing the final register is in its early stages. The commission is mindful that the voters register is the bedrock of credible, fair, and transparent elections. We assure the NDC and all stakeholders of our avowed commitment to delivering a credible and robust final register ahead of the December 2024 elections. And also, in the meantime, our doors remain open. We look forward to engaging the NDC on their concerns. And clearly, as a commissioner, Oma open one doors. They look forward to engaging you.
Say no, they are brofo.
Brofo saying
we look forward. They hear any move say.
Oma no bet na say.
NDC for bedding kita one fast and same one. And non chasing kita ho die na baso.
And course. And
in fact, it mu bi aka say. This is not the time for Kasa. Kasa no dey can be this is not the time for discussions. It is time for an audit. It's as simple as that. Because NDC ye nhwehwemu a you sa criminal manipulations and in some cases errors ewo 2024 provisional register ni mu no. Nya say you ya na ye ba bonte be ka ho asem. Ye twerɛ krata at the Coma Electoral Commission say when and a provisional register modema no ya hunu ya hu say etochima enya ne kwanso na ya mpa no pu masibira an hwehwe register ni ya ebetumi de how kese na abre o my Ghana enonti ye sre won say won ma ya kwanya na ya mehu na ya ne omuni hu enkomo omo pene ye de to sneaker kra ne say kwaya ne yepese nkomodi no koso no o ma mpenesa ye de ne yepese nka Ghana fo nyina ehu de ekoso nti ne yepese nka mo makwan na nsamtwofo etimi ba meeting na sebi na Asempa FM afan live all the TV stations radio stations afan live because asemwa ye kana ya asemwa ye ehia sema Ghana fo nyina is about Ghana for right to vote, and the right to vote is an important right. So and about to na kaka krebi enti se abato nwoma na eno na yesusu dua for abato no na yebegina so ato aba no na ene nipa bonefo bi afa kwati kwan so frakadam kwan so ayiyi bidie film asesa nyema ebetumi di oye na aba o man ni mu a wo se ye bai enkomodie ni mu na Ghana fo nyina timitibi enti ho na isifo ama ho kwan no ya na ma ye hu se isifo na nkasa no mo obibi o mpeso modisie compagnie se utimu fita atia mwanku so unya hu se obi eye bibi boni bi na mpeso be ma ho kwan ama nyema mu ada ho ama o manfo hu a na je se nipa kro no wayi onim se waye bibi boni bi a han to so a na nimegu ase nti anya ye de beja eyomo office ene ye pese yekoye meeting nti so mo se o man sem trofo ma wa no problem nti ye ko meeting no ekoye PowerPoint presentation
yes
questions omo pese omo bi se ye nyino bisa ye de wo mu ne se ensem a ye de tu dwa no backed by evidence no ni nyina omo agiatu ni nyina no omo ankasa agiatu mu se de NDC ka no eye no kre enti inkomodie ben biem na wo
so almost say details of sa concerns am raise ye no mfama won so far yes mama won when I say na me follow honorable Omanebo ama presentation to CSOs no still the bullet point 200 and something thousand have done this 5,000 say but the details of 200,000 for example is one person
oh okay na omunya hu ya ade no mo ase o makoreti bibiewe
almost as far as they are concerned it is a more be before bi omo hu ya mo famra
the omo ti obi
yes
ye koye no ye see nipa 3,957 mo yi omu di free register ni abra omu register 2020 omu kita card e wo se omo kwan mo to aba
yes
ya na mafa kwati kwan so yi omu di free omu so ampa sa nkrofo no yes sa omu police station pambone so we transferred them illegally na ye correct sa error no ena enye nida ho enye boapaye according to issue ye di yo mudin free mu nti mo hu ayate 243,000 isi eye transfer na agents ho nti ye will records of omo ye transfer ni nyina number na around 322,000 kakrada so omo my transfer list for abattoir na nipa wo mu ye 566,000 ye hwehwe mu no it is a nipa 243,000 bia 2024 yo mo transfer omudi abeka ho yaka omo say oh no so ye hwehwe mu na ewu say ampa we mu ye 2024 omo ye transfer enti ye yemfoso se ye de omudi nka 2024 transfer list enti bia o magia tum what point am trying to say and omo say Mumfa list of all the cases in my yes okay Momo said ye can hu dada akoreti bi dada yeso ye hwehwe mu aye no ongoing process as at the time I share EC4 now in terms of illegal transfers baby just say total criminality obi to abawo ebia enkran Tesano polling station primary A on two kwanko sehyo soda and so EC district officer or returning officer at the office at transfer obi a free crime akosefi obi sunti sefi on course sefi da and on course sefi so transfer ni vote to that obi ni mo hwe obi be Tesano primary A one crime so to about 2024 na ni di ni we se kosefi ono so nti sefi onim tietes ontimi nto aba eno no pusiga ene esiye yedi kan ye ni sifo se ye boa ene ye de ho adanse ye ba ya chese nipa nko aduasa mienu 32 a omoto aba wo Tamale South EC officer criminal be of friend who EC officer what pusiga chese ohun omoda
it's being investigated
no easy for nankasa jet to say is the oye na criminal
yes some of them are police
no there's a wrong person the odibo ne nankasa no maja no because of him regulation 22 of CI 127 transfer dwumedie ne de hye the district returning officer ono na woko nanim Echo apply for transfer say ura na mete ha polling station B say ma polling station A me pese me to aba wa na wa hwe on krata ma hu say yampa na wa ye transfer na ma enye district officer a we permanent staff of EC the returning officer no ya fan for purposes of the election only enti say pusiga semi esi na ye probi atwena so what was ye atwena so the returning officer because district officer no you made be anywhere emrade ahye ne sase wonye transfer on oni muwe adan na EC for major returning officer ni free buntu ena district officer otini baby na motwe na boso a omusi o district officer na hwe returning officer no so the principle of ultimate responsibility they say that's a district officer no so regional EC officer na hwe no so ntia ne say sa na mo ka dia ultimate responsibility a said the ono edi bone ne mfa ne huni na de hwe no so mum ne ntwe na so a and the regional boss no so te where and your Gmens are so to where so no so na hwe regional boss no so it doesn't make sense. There is nothing like vicarious liability in crime. Obi to mean di bone na won ka say obi na hwe no so nti no the ohwe ne so no na mekotwe na so we akra keto akra wa call law school first year unim sa de we so adana besi ne the returning officer for Pusiga constituency ono na mrade adwuma hye ne sasa oye transfer otena Pusiga onim nipa 32 year omoto aba Watermale South baby now was or transfer omo illegally in their absence and without their notice or consent no adena omeja no
you don't believe said that thing was a mistake?
No, pure crime obi in all the cases all the 32 for no obi eno call mo nchen say me adwuma ma aban na aban person o ma mo bosia enti mo fa mo voters ID card ma me unya complaints say ye jejeje ama for voters ID card don't be on enti omo a o ma che omo agu mo nchen so mo ye adwuma ma akufu adoba go mi MPP aban e bi ne call sa nkrofo yo mo Watermale South yo and omo jeje omo voters ID so because they had profiled them omo ni so mo ye NDC for and omudidi no eko Pusiga without the people knowing omudi omo bosia no mo pe no omudi omo ka da ma omo enti it should tell you say it's a whole conspiracy, it's a grand scheme between omo kojeje sa for no ID cards and the returning officer na owo Pusiga no but easy for no na say returning officer no mo ne konna krana omo na abo ne pa mpanyimfo na abo ne pa sa wonya sa ade na ehwo atinti no ye ja no oyempp ni and na district officer otini be bia obu free so no ye NDC ni no na ate omoto no ono ya che no it doesn't make sense to you and the district officer's name is not mentioned at regulation 22 of CI 127 and na ye mra e kire de oye transfer.
Then it will be an easy defense for him. So maybe he would have his day.
Yeah, but until then we as a political party are in the raises asem no ye wo asudie say ye kasa na ye te omoto because they create the impression oh mo kan ekra ye ho adwuma ya kwache no and then some trofo mo was asudie no Ghana ni bia was asudie no and obi ebeye me de say wo be frɛ Bossman Asare G Mensa Samotete call them and ask read regulation 22 why na ye adwuma so ye transfer it is obi aye illegal transfer ye purely criminal why na was
who should bear the brunt?
Aye the end adwuma na adan na district officer na enya adwuma ni mum na ye twena so but that is just by the way as someone make cases so ne say sam mere no aye ko share EC for no na we nko na ya dance ayewo about illegal esumuase transfers are etiamra totally criminal against the law. After that, after the meeting you go so ayenhwemu ne hu German of nipa du the same thing they see Pusiga the same thing ye omu free German of Eric J Krum sampa hono ye omu free what your mark time General Mosquito Krum time capital and soko you know that the same thing ye hu Esunafo South wa wunua
Esunafo South o man ne ho
Rekopoko constituency 32 omun konsu atreda omun konsu atre so omun kwa transfer omun vote and so obi atre transfer omun abawo. So we are seeing more Tolon the same thing.
But Sammy, we know the say numbers 32 had 20 something. Is it to give these numbers to the EC to rectify the anomaly?
Hold on. Number one. Mama for grant. First of all, numbers are yeka one.
Yeah.
And your numbers in Ketwa.
Okay.
Pusiga 2020 about one. Between Hajia la the Ayangba.
Yes.
And the MPP candidate. None in difference.
Next saying
62.
6-2.
It is almost me book chrono back the nipa 38 din ka ho. No mutimi nipa 38 and pusiga. No mutimi the obudin transfer register mo so mo meto aba ho. No mutimi induce almost mo meto aba. Emma Sumesia now Bentia. Can that affect the elections in terms of parliamentary or not?
Sure. So no, first pass the
now Odi can cry, yeah, no, fan who didn't hear exhibition. Ultimate now office, no be more. Why when I walk on wafa, if you wafa 1 million, yancheno, or who 10 million uncover, or transfer more. So So in most cases, the figures involved are significant. For example, transfer register. Yedi bia ka ho a enisi yedi ka ho na de yedi aka ho a enisi yedi ka ho no 243,000 243,000 can affect the outcome of even presidential election. 2008 Akufo-Addo ne Yewura Tamil se wonya ne ba bi ko nyame fa ne currency ye. What was the difference first round? 40,000. So to na me chona say Ghana to win Omampenya Konwa no is 50% plus 1.
Yeah.
Parliamentary import the percentage bi and so yedi 1 vote to me win seat. So the area can serious in terms of even the magnitude, nominal percentage, whatever.
Sure.
Number 2, to answer your question, they say, oh, then we are among for data. No, say, Yamana ye cano, the Suumpa is a 243.
Sure.
And umpo your data. No, but Obi say, we are free ya now no paracetamola, wabwa one now.
Wow.
Good. Because you're free and you're not drew any paracetamol.
Yes.
Say, NDC. You problem with the register na yare a draw it was a register no man who turn no and yes sir for register na my non correct. That is not enough. The most important thing is beyond the correction Obroni said the system vulnerabilities central ewo easy for omo IT system enumu na register na sheno. I was a Sanson Tony Nina Yetua, Santo Krutokro Nina Kane. And Sana Sento Nankasana ya correct.
Yes.
And yes, I won't yet. As I said, the order can take Kunsu. Obi, says, I would them high. Cecilia and my half a face, so tells you ba. Says you ma.
David.
Then no beg you may. And you are Tanopa, then you I agua, a beagua. And I will be, sir, the arrested you are. And Van say, Dominic, see a boy. Say, ora adena ensio etwa ensio ma but then the ensio e na big gume konwa nche bi na gume konwa bi na gume konwa Dominic say o de enye hwe o de chere me baby ensio gu bia na me pepa ma obi ntia no ano no o mo chere baby ensio gu no pepa no ano no because obetimi apepa ha ensio no obe wie na foforo gu a
Yeah.
obetimi apepa ha ensio no obeba ade chie na foforo gu a na wo de wo pepa de na onyansani a oye badwema obeye because
you fix the roof no, leakage no.
Baby ensio ne to na eba no ye sili wie ne pepa ha ye nim se ensio ne mabiem register ye ka ho asem no enye register obeko EC office no Excel bi a eda computer so like a file or it is a database in an encrypted IT system. Just say Yenina, yes, I voters register no. We are see a bear from 10 it is under lock and key. That is how it is supposed to be. It will make my adwuma easy. But then you be an work when you say register no krotimikum. Until you were mera, you do register mo. You were mera, you don't enter the register. Okay? And maybe it's a company being kind from Stupalock Technology STL.
Yeah.
Omojuma. No more yes, no more boy easy. More IT systems, register maintenance near the other. STL abreso under Charlotte say krano. No ntimi nkura voters register nimu. Enyo bi din free man on fe din kan. Never. Charlotte say na no ye chairperson no kra wontumi. Because passcodes no e STL for. It is a person who room just STL ba. Ebeye. And the political parties were always in the picture of Adibia to the register. And ya number your mopamo STL for. It's a mark of a company for from Axon.
Axon.
AXON. Or my some IT services be amount. And no makofa MPP full soldiers be. So my IT consultants. So MPP full soldiers. No more MPP for Krachen. Dennis Miracles Abuaje. And John Nana Beam one. It's just a level now because they say easy for our appoint IT director. Or my commissioner, a member of the commission, a friend of Peter appear here. Peter appear here. Medjuma me yema NDC se me kasa me NDC. Edjuma we ye bi no yem usumi. I mean ni pass out ni se me ye. Yeah. Edjuma oyema MPP usumi no no. Edjuma no so ko radio so ko kasa ma MPP. Nti say the abronya mo ye no radio so no. Appear here edjuma no a of radio station to TV station or kasa ma ba obi ani MPP for. And na osua computer science. In the MPP for IT system or Monday college or results 2020 on a nice shenansa near the MPP mu chocho Europa fusuja. In the ono ne my member of the commission. The Juma Bakwa or her swabwa is ya my ASR IT semi.
Oh, okay.
And no master swakofa will be a friend of Yao Kwache. Yao Kwache no. Ono ne papa amfo Kwache. Omampenye Kufuado, former personal assistant, Nebuafua, Okita Kufuado back in the documents, Nini Kwejuma Buano. On a IT consultant. And on Makofa Bako, Dr. Furi. Dr. Furi, no so dear. Medical doctors and so say, or your IT consultant. Now, why we MPP need here, bet you what to old school test school, will be anymore. So, these are the IT consultants. And they say, STA, ya pamo momo moko, no one area so. And sir, checks now. The security protocols are never what Charlotte say for region time in terms of entering the register. No, it will be political parties anymore. And for a district officer to sit in Pusiga, or to sit at Insuatre, or to sit at German of Sampa, to sit at Tolon, and transfer people illegally, criminally, no, it is a system, no, a new IT system, there are no strict security measures I govern entry to only permit authorized entries. And the essence was say transfer and say so person transfer vote. I just say baby I will transfer vote ban new police station. What's now for at least 12 months after back.
Yeah.
Na and also no person transfer was a woko easy usim pam ko easy office untimi internet ye nya online do ko gina wo physically ni panini o person transfer ni vote na ye twa photo machine no aye de na ye transfer enti sa system na e twa photo a transfer no e wo abefo ade bi hye me friend no liveliness test and liveliness test no na e ma system no e admitted transfer Obia or ye live physically present at the EC district office. Sani ye transfer. But the itimyama EC 40 mishomo office sumwa se Obia danona illegally, criminally or my transfer and say and yamena mekae EC director for electoral services Banubio. Or no ne kai TV3 the video has gone viral. Say the entire Pusiga the ATMC, the American one semi ATMC, and say that liveliness test no. Also na any system name. At the time I know more registration. Yeah transfer. Yeah transfer. So mo kutu be a European model. Na European model na Ghana for your honam nemfa. It is a the technology no mo koto na racist. Nti Ghana ya skin card. But also later omunya. There be later no na ye exhibition time. Yes. Na transfer system the transfer. And I was a system, no, a was a liveliness test technology, so that only people who are live at the transfer point transfer. And it is no one can confess say at the time I transfer. Now you need liveliness tester. There's a transfer now you need to cause it into question because after no matter what FDA, back dance forward. You see the enormity of the problem we are discussing. But
it is easy to track all the other transfers.
Oh, the transfers are 322,000. What is here?
It's easy to track.
And right now, how then do we check that the transfers were valid? It's a conversation that the EC must have with political parties through an audit. ye ka forensic auditor amount for fan of say bi ade nwanwaso bi a enya ade huhu bia o wan kasa easy waje atum say o system no e porous
yes yes
wan kasa waje atum say the NDC ye kenyina ye no kre boss man asari obetra news fa me de ya o say the NDC ka nyina ye no kre na omaye omakrakra ni nyina aka ba mienu miense bi ono na numu asema me bot kasa me bo enti say NDC ye ka kotwisem a enka easy for beka say de ka na ya kotwisem ma we di omaje atum and omo ankasa say de enti etimi si sa ne say sento bebre wo mo system ni mu. And yes, okay, then it's a what someone who can need there. Then the solution is not just simply correcting those errors, because the errors you can correct what we find today, we will find more tomorrow, because the investigation is ongoing. The number one problem no is to investigate, is to audit the IT system to find the weaknesses, the leakages. Na yehudie kwan ben so na ma we timi see na fe yetuatua tokro no. But the argument has we will also, through an audit, we will know the full extent of the problem. Say errors I can was the NDC I detected. But through an audit, we may detect more.
Yeah, but the argument has been made. Sammy said the Electoral Commission is a creation of law. And among bia umube to bia say registration election according to law. The real argument is that the forensic audit you are calling for has no place in the regulation a guarded registration, putting together a voters register. In fact, they refer you to regulation 22 and 23 of CI. A share registration way in also. And it's clear, sir.
In Imram.
Yes, and clear, sir. Audits now more calling for no enimram. And over the years, including argument as you doing ketiamunyina, I say exhibition is the way out. Why are you calling for something and you're grounded in law?
Okay, number one. Justice VCRAC Crab.
Yes.
Nidinwo easy for Brani.
Dabi.
Then 2016, you better about Uraba Wumiani MPP for Kase Omohu Togo for.
Yes.
By 76,000 were registered.
Yes.
In the end, you remove your wooden fee. Na Charlotte say, Unim say, on your bonny be into ma who quite.
Yes.
Say Basuku.
Yes.
Justice VCRAC Crab Nanedano. So more rest answer me.
But also, Omono, Oma may audit.
Hold on. Hold on.
The committee met, invited all political Tobo Maminye invited all political parties. Say Obia may make it a case whether we should do a new voters register. That was when I said Ketia stood up and said, "Say it is alien this whole thing." Well, the mistakes can be corrected through exhibition.
You got it totally wrong.
I didn't hear.
Because SAP forum no for political parties Obia mechanism was only one activity of that committee. It was only one activity. Go and check the reports. In the report, they are definite set to go list for new register anymore.
Okay.
The minor issues are MPP for raising your G2 those can be rectified through exhibition. How could they have come to that conclusion if the Omoye say your free meeting will be a memory crew? They could only get to the bottom line and say there were no Togolese on the register by auditing the register. Now Bawumia had a list of those Togolese and I how will you know so Obi didn't register anymore? I just why we register anymore. So it was not just a forum say Obia media chinye Obia memoni crew. No. As part of the work of the committee ni say ye be ma wo kwan ni etie stakeholders nyina Obia meka ne de. But beyond that no committee na nkasa tena demo eje MPP for dance here e the total register no won check here said the MPP for kano e no kra na nya no kra se Togo for 76,000 were registered anymore. And no movie here or more report about saying no credit. I get my point. So, sir, audit na course no call it investigation, probe, whatever. And no one room. And we see from ready, and only a regulation saying of CI 126 or CI 91.
No, I no any, and that's why the work can.
Sir, argument is say forensic audit in Nimremono. It is illiterate.
But it is true, say Nimrem. That's a fact.
But it is illiterate.
How is it illiterate? When
it is illiterate. She say, and it's a peer through be no crab, but because of Article 23, which of the Constitution, is an administrative body.
Sure.
An administrative body biano, say, or juma peri kwanso. They must be fair, they must be just, they must not be arbitrary and all that. Osanso wo asudie under Article 296 to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to exercise discretionary power, yeah, man on whimsically arbitrary and the so based on that, an administrative agency biano or nini pay ye duma na chinye die ba e fa or mine ho
yes.
Ye nhwehwemu. Brano, all the state agencies, the senior person, say inquire forensic audit. Emre bia ni wa NDC say about Bank of Ghana sika o matwa no. Ye be kwa forensic audit. Obi say na forensic audit or Bank of Ghana mremu. No enim, but ye person who the etuem ye be. So it is just an administrative measure to ensure accountability. It is in line with the principle of transparency and accountability. It underlines the Constitution. So for example, when Jim Mensah no head of IEA, I don't think I should read the story because when him said they make an 2015 October, Jim Mensah called for audit. And that time audit too.
Now say it wasn't done for when he.
That was what they did. The VCRAC. That is why you must audit now. You can audit. Yes, say all the political parties. Obi Anfani IT expert mra. Ni easy for so IT consultancy on MPP full soldiers. No cry back on MPP full soldiers.
The one easy IT consultants.
MPP full soldiers. Na ya ni omontena se. Na ya hwehwe nsem ni mo. Inti number 1. IT system bia say ye papa nko a obi a obebo password ewura database mu bia no. The system will have the footprint. Ye be in free time I see for Moma 2023 register after limited registration. The control district assembly election 2023. ABC 2024 mode 2024 provisional register maya who problems we nyina no. E de ne de na asia amanabasa. Him for na ewura registered him. Ye be hu ni nyina. Obi say we anya rocket science. Omo mu wura mu no omo ye hemfo a. No mu authority so mu wura mu. Ebrebe no mu wura mu. Bre no mu wura mu no so na mre wo so mu wura register ni mu. No more registered mo koye de ni nyina the system will have the footprints. Who delete kura the system ni system papa ye be hu. Enti afa ye be hu problem no. Kwan ye fa so bae. Ni ye nyina ya to adwene. ECC o me ye independent me na ye medwuma de. Ma adwene say ye solve no say oh ye ni si ana ye ni si ye. ECC we have nothing to hide. Enti ye be ye ni si say na be.
But said if this is what you are calling for, that can be resolved at IPAC. So where the IPAC can deal with it.
No, you see, IPAC the representatives there are not necessarily IT experts.
But sometimes they invite IT experts. Yes. There have been instances that Joe are not here for IPAC.
If we can do it at IPAC, so be it.
And so call for that.
No,
call for an IPAC meeting.
The forum is not what you are calling for. It is what you want the forum to do.
Absolutely.
So easy for to me say because we have a petition, it won't say they should call stakeholders in
sure
IPAC. But this IPAC should be expanded IPAC so that CSOs will be there, development partners.
In fact, CSOs are always there.
Yes, UNDP
CSOs are always there actually.
What about the metro? They should bring all of them. They discussing how we do the audits. In the call IPAC, okay, yanya audit in the NDC for yanya audit, MBP, we IT expert in ECC media in India. Yeah, be that. This is not the first time. Okay, maybe Afarijan Breast 2008 election MPP for NDC for any because say who didn't be was Ashanti region
CD-ROM in sense.
Okay, CD-ROM was popular those days. Afarijan will call all the parties to bring their reps, their experts. Then we sit down, go through. Easy for power. They will bring in a company. Okay, to come and help. But if they think they have the capacity, no problem. The IT
but that company, the NCRA will be an affront on the Electoral Commission.
Now,
a third party company.
Who told you? Let me tell you something. EC, anything ICT they are doing is being done.
Outsourced.
Yes. The IT, you're member of the commission, on your staff of the commission.
Sure.
Dr. Fury, on your member of the commission, on your staff. They are all IT consultants who are third parties. STL, who were they? Axon here, easy for you or IT, but they are third parties. So there is nothing wrong bringing in a company. The fact that you are independent doesn't mean that you can't procure the services of now. Any man or BV as BV this and any company is on motor free. Nti anu put the mem.
Just collecting information.
Sika cry ya the election cry no. E be free third parties wo.
Some information we say Dr. Apiahene is not a member of the IT team. He is a commission member and has never been a member of the IT team.
Oh, yeah,
say again?
Why?
Or a member of the Electoral Commission. A source from the EC. No, but he's a source from the EC. Oh, say saying. Say Apiahene a member of the IT team.
Yes.
How?
Oh, yeah, truffle. Now Apiahene no. You might better know your MPP.
Then I said the
This is also a commissioner Ghana for your Huri and Mkosro. Obi I know ye MPP for IT head or Bona on a home coalition so no. Yakwako fan MPP full soldier the number is so met na wanya dey.
Or a commissioner. So there are 7 members of the commission.
Jane imagine mensa did doc no bebo. Na bi ma be no. Ono wote
wono. Speculation now.
And speculation we know it for sure. Oh, we know it for sure. But Obi, let's come back to the substance. In Jemu aye can say political parties will be anfa the IT expert with the IT consultants of the EC for us to look at the system, the entries, whether they were authorized or unauthorized, what happened during the entries, whether it happened during fallow periods or the right periods, and plug any loopholes so that we can have a robust system. All political parties being mujidiano, obi bonibeno. After the NDC who 243 no, and we have even told the EC the software, the application we used to detect all these problems. SQL.
In your monsoon news to be
right now. Anybody who runs 2023 register, EC for against 2024 provisional register using SQL, you will see the yehunina. That is why on one kasa jetum say no cre. So I know the a 1 day job. 243,000 ya mudiaka transfer register. They are not supposed to be there. You free. You free.
But you know, sir,
hold on. But because the highest step 1, which is dealing with the vulnerabilities of the IT system. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. You will be to me sounds on your day and create the same problem. But so one your first one now, you can correct the errors today. I did bet you to about will be the same thing. Ubeko police station and that easy for register you different from political party agents. It is so important. The air can. What am I saying? Nipa 3,957 people. Ya delete mudi. Mudi tuma na munyi tu ya jitum. We di anye ni ye. Dia na wasi ya ye yemfo mudi nkan we di mudi account. Nipa 2,094. Oma transfer mudi nso baby. Oma transfer mudi free no. Previous polling station no. Omudi ni absent list mo. The NDC can enokra na nyan. Oh enokra. Yemfo mudi nshawo. So that we the transfer part is there. Nipa 15,000. Obudi wa transfer register mo. Ye nim baby omu free. Ain't you then not yet me transfer where what are the original police stations?
You don't trust the EC when they tell you say all of the things you've identified. Omo hu dada aye hu adwuma dada. Munyi ni.
Otrofo na se ne dance ni wa brochire. Ade a wo se wa correct. Obi. You see am ba he. Asema me can be no there.
No, I understand you. I understand you. But they will definitely give you the final report. The final your friend is saying voters register.
Wo se wa correct problems na. The NDC who can saw the corrected version by my now same way
there is a timeline also on the voters register name parties.
There's no timeline. There's no timeline. The certified register.
Yes.
Yeah, the map political parties after 21 days after it is certified.
Sure.
But there is no law say there's 10 days to election we should have it. What do you say?
Yeah.
And after 21 days, you know, to me the register now our last minute. Look, provisional register. Exhibition started somewhere 21st August. When you tell my easy forecast say your hard drive and my major register. It was in July. Omo ye and August and if you do last minute weekend Friday now, the next week Monday you have exhibition. Friday and memenda and masa kwesi da and Jordan omo de man ni bomo de ma ya few hours to the exhibition. Nye ye IT department, elections department headed by Dr. Manebo Amamo Mundi Bray, assemble cracktima, and can be in the Behuni. Now, ye who and easy for bad admit, I correction be. Will we be having this conversation? So you can't trust Jim Mensa, dear. Any bossman has started, dear. Jim Mensa, good morning, shall watch. I
said Jim Mensa and your commission. You are talking about the electoral commission.
Now, commission
And the woman in idea, and now Bonnie Pamian Pedi.
Omu di bone nankasa ye nipa miensa. Jimensa Bosman Atsare Samotiti. Omo na akofa sa MPP fu soldiers. Apia hene mo ni we mu no de omo jeje nyomo ne ho keke. Obu gina tenten no a ye kire omo de omo nya no maye. Me my point is that pano twa no. Obi de ye ka nyina wo se ye nyu ni se wa correct ya. Senka first set of corrections are why in the crown. You call us. And this mumra. First one now mokan and you correct any. This is the corrected version. And you would take the correct updated version. Correct.
More consent.
No,
but say how much they would engage you. Who knows? That's what they're going to do.
That bender. Adia saying no and nano kind call. What's one that that is why I can say. Adia no, I was here where you come simple. But yen and tem.
But when him say one thing you have to do is to also convince the other political parties to come along with
political can say political and the best say justice VCRAC crab committee so MPP for could do anomaly about EC at the time about register almost say foreigners NDC yet ansana because it was not about us. MPP for now resume issue. And the EC responded by setting up the committee. Committee as part of this work is saying that is where NDC went to. Now where the NDC and detect your problems. Nini na so easy adia to. Bear in mind that the MPP in detective you. Ufri so mo IT people ana.
The enema mi busa sa anse same say ebia EC na adwen say okay, the NDC cannot yate. We are putting together a committee. Committee in your open forum. Now parties in your metro and say audit now NDC for
what is wrong with that?
But if all the parties kick against Muwe now,
you know the superiority and no you share CSOs.
Yes.
Over 13 of them.
Yes.
Media. Not one of them. And there were other political parties and not one of them left the room unconvinced. Said the NDC cannot so no I was here all of them obia support you now we will be the making why who some say lad has even called for the same thing they are making one kasa who Philip Osebunsu one kasa wadwen was say also
Sammy, are you saying
Sammy because Philip Osebunsu they say no udina ya kese onye ni packet wasa
no wada
o ma hine we
wada say on Tuesday Sammy, are you saying say without the auditing as the NDC is calling for the NDC cannot win this election?
Demonstration there was a placard message which is no matter what John Mahama will still win. My Northern Regional Chairman Okasim will say either we win or we win. That is it. The here partner say register near the Bay should be credible. Ubia or wedding field or train near Chinadri Muda or training day.
Now when you are to Aba.
Imaye obedient could feel one police station
Abra on your way.
The air cannot crown ye moves because more air come once and lobby. For all you know, MPP for crown the door soon. So we are not being selective. Say this is NDC stronghold. The NDA highlight it. We will not highlight Ashanti region. No, we are highlighting the national problem. So that the Nipan person to Abama Bawumi and MPP. I want to. Person to Abama Jomama. I want to. Just make sure the register is clean and credible. Yes, so you know when the my political parties ni wa easy more. Debbie, and until I drink to my battle.
The register as it stands now and yet credible.
Now where you register?
And meaning say if this register is used for the elections, it is a register put together to favor the MPP. The NDC cannot win.
You register way for election. The register number one. Flawed, so the election will be flawed. A lot of Ghana for also register. So the election will not be free and fair. You see, it's not only about winning. Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams or Castle, it's not about winning. It's not just about winning. It's about how you win. Because how you win will determine the consequences that will follow that win. You won't go for baby on the Gabon.
Gabon.
It be my rain election. That's when they are begging to resign. It's about how you win. So when you say said the young who no cross a favor NDC cross still will raise it.
I asked
so
that,
that the election is
I just
fair.
Saw,
you win it free, fair.
Good. I just saw a comment on YouTube on where she said, I think I saw it about some few minutes ago. No, Busa said, while the NPP is campaigning, the NDC is complaining. No response to him better.
Well, time and NPP for can, but we put you on a lecture to release 76,000. It is that time on day 2 they were not campaigning, they were complaining. No, are the two mutually exclusive? The Oka no name the Oka NDC and Grand Party is by far the biggest political party in Ghana. Traditional party, a mass political party with well-established systems. Party be anywhere no yonko ni NDC. Or never be chere kwan first year elections. Yeah, advocacy we na metiano. Does that mean that John Mama is not campaigning or Nana Jane is not campaigning? Until unim the Oka wonya kan yenyaite. Campaigning is important, but having a credible register
is also very important.
And that is why we are able to multitask. So even as we campaign. Na campaign I will say sika ye ni nyina no. Na nipa na wo campaign ya kire no obekọ ne yi
ni register ni
so mfa so ne say enti unnye baako enya baako wo ye ni nyina bom and obi asem na ye ka na etitia isifo ankasa se the NDC ka no e wo nyina so.
But the EC in one of their presses no eka say eya akoye say parties no mu opposition and the mu say problem e will register no. They even made the point say in 2016 na register no was even terrible than this. Now in Riane Moa nyina mfoni ewum you never raised a finger.
Na sisi ya me no ka say MPP for mention of.
Yes.
MPP mpenyu for wa babonten. Almost NDC for ya illegal transfers bro 1,000. Unte.
E o mention of.
Nti that argument say will be your power on complaining about register and free info. It's about the what is it? Where IT software, the software be a use to the compare 2023 register to 2024 register and how many who say nyama we nyina. Ya anya obi kiyehu. Yeah, exhibition we near to. He say, and back to the point. They must say, oh, the purpose of exhibition. They say you be who problems.
Yeah, you be who problem. They are correct.
Who problems? They don't understand what they are saying.
Are they?
Read CI 91. The DIA exhibition. They say they are watching the DIA and the new about one woman.
Yeah.
On the polling station. Now on funny ID card, particularly I was on the DIN saying yes spell.
Uncle compare the book.
Uncle compare. Never say pe. Enti exhibition untumi find detect say obi transfer ye legal or illegal.
Na say Sammy exhibition e bia ma come polling station na me na me call na me din enimo a. Say dey say form or how obefele. Na be bia udin akose no.
Will you know from exhibitions system na the transfer na liveliness test na count? Will you know? How will you know from exhibition? In any case, my answer to those people who say that and they say a true exhibition easy for the register and the man at the 11th hour and you but right now exhibition has ended and the process is going on. District review, everyone said adjudication process. District or maybe or more region they account say obi a challenge you be say we any say need you register na ye di asem no what the point that major say but enyema yako hu German north enyema yako hu Sunafo south enyema yako hu anyema ni nyina no it's not a function of the ongoing adjudication. This nipa bonini and awatena them is ni esumwase criminally to just transfer people and do things like that. People's names have been deleted. Because exhibition nipa do not participate. But should they be disenfranchised? Because when to me I'm check exhibition and Nidin were exhibited registered in one. No. So right now the exhibition has ended. What is going on is adjudication, and you cannot resolve the weaknesses in the EC's IT system, the non-existence of liveliness tests, the vulnerabilities in the system, and the deletion of names, the bloating of the transfer, you can't resolve that through adjudication. You must resolve that with the stakeholders through an audit. And so what did I mention? I say
yes.
And the year cano, it goes hand in hand. The lawyer for the pari passu with the exhibition processes, but you can't use exhibition to cure them. Now be you see how we made them inside the show butu usika yira ubi sa me say sika me na mafa me so me say me fire me so amamoa me sa I've clenched my fist. Sa me wa fa me sika say me fire okay ne won sa ne biem na me hwe sa me sika ne de me fire ba sa me biem me nsem pa de lalai ubi asem what be da the unfair sika no be biem o say hwe ni me nsem sa me nya kronfo ye fa che me na okra wa pache wo
okay.
Na batu commission ye kwa transfer also on prima political party agents Emma Hobby.
So later I'm playing.
And we defy them. We told our agents to go do baby than to kwa. Yankofo baby will pre-promo because they defied the EC said they will go. So all your transfer for the first time in Ghana's history on Besu Biabebaho. I dream by the winning team. The same electoral commission, ye kwa transfer and you say your registration BVR machines no you say a pick ne serial numbers easy for said diantiasia Banu bio ya and no director of IT services no Ashanti region easy boss one penny or boss a mafia anyway no more than betna easy so director saying it was after
no
mafia I don't know easy
no say Banu bio easy
oh but why is it that other regional officers allowed us to pick the serial numbers Banu bio nkwanso on penny so
it was going by a directive from national.
They were not going by the directive. No problem. The same electoral commission, you see a problem. Yeah, Bani and Numa be doing come. Mumma Kunkwana Emre TV, so radio so no be almost the same penny.
Sammy, my kind messages.
Everything shows that Mkrofo Wimono. I mean,
my main kind message.
And they have something to hide.
My main kind message.
That is why the audit must happen. No beer who say the NDC can try near the Nimguasiako. No crap. Oh, me a solution.
Sammy say
good for Ghana
after this advocacy. Excuse me. After this advocacy, na say the more requested say yenye no easy ama kwan amana amaso. Na e was say this in your own words flawed voters register we near the beto aba no. Na say John Mahama Winia, would you reject the results?
Why will I reject the results?
Based on the flawed voters register, as you said.
What are you talking about?
And then one okay.
The old can is neither here nor there. What's
the voters register near flawed?
Yes.
And I'm saying if the corrections are not made near the Tuaba, Namu near, are you rejecting the results?
I will not reject the results.
Why?
But I will not be happy with the election.
But as a matter of principle, you have to reject the result.
Anybody who was disenfranchised will be given legitimate grounds
to go to
challenge the outcome of the election. Into your crown, John Mahama about one free and fell very but yempe winner a year fracadam winner and once in Biabeba. What do you want to
clean win?
Clean win. Don't disenfranchise anybody. And now be a day a dear chaos and to come back. Yes, you will be a woo, yes, you will be a prayer because of course any or send me Hannah Metuaba, yes, in the Dini register anymore. Would deal baby for.
Okay.
No, we don't want that.
Okay. My main kind messages kakrana for young fan common will end with some campaign stuff na fear in common 0548 443 523. That's our WhatsApp number. 0548 443 523. 0548 443 523. Oh, a message na odia faso abrain. We say okay. Let me see. We say Obi. My name is Pa Kwesi from Oyibi. On one of the days for voter transfer, I happened to be at Medina. I saw a scene where a group of people were waiting to be transferred from Medina constituency to Lejokuku constituency. The police was called to act on this situation. It turned out that a particular party official had given money to the people for them to be transferred. The claim by Sammy Gyamfi is caused by the same party people. They must take any blame than blame the Electoral Commission. Okay. We say, Obi, good afternoon. I sincerely think that the happenings in 2016 with regards to the EC and register are quite different from what we see today. Why do I say so? 1. In 2016, the EC machines never got missing, as we've seen in 2024. 2. In 2016, known NDC members were not employed to the IT department of the EC as we have now. 3. Again, in 2016, people were not transferred without their notice, like what happened in Pusiga. So these are among several reasons why a forensic audit is necessary. Thank you, Obi. My name is Michael Mate Paddy from Dawinya. Obi, ask Sammy that if they think the current voters register is not credible, why do they intend to file their nomination forms? Okay, Lamtekin Rashid or Tema, Gulf City. Where say Obi, whether Apiahene is a member of the IT of the EC or not, the fact still remains that Ghana needs peace, and therefore, whatever will bring peace, especially on the part of the EC, they must show fairness in this year's election by auditing the register with an independent body to confirm the truism of the register. Period. Papa Bisiu, here in Accra. Obi, the ultimate liability of the EC lies with Jane Mensah. Mentioning her name is not wrong. Who would trust a thief who said, I want to then place the stolen item back? Let's get serious in this country to prevent any unfortunate thing. Ghana, we only have one Ghana. Okay, Sonny or Tema, say. Obi, good afternoon. If you listen to Sammy carefully, what the NDC is looking for is access to the EC database, and that will not happen. Oh, God. Okay, we say, Asempa, does your WhatsApp line work? Yes, it does. Ken in Tema. Ken, into a message, Fabra will read it for you. We say, hi, Obi. Ask Sammy Gyamfi to tell us whether what VCRC crab committee did was a forensic audit or not. Also, let him explain what Asiedun Ketia, then General Secretary, said about auditing in the 2015 register. We know the EC is guided by laws. Thank you. Ofori Anthony, Oalashibi, Zone 2, and Odiwe Abrain. Obi, during Afari Jan's era, the Ghanaian voter has doubted the EC, depending on which side they are. But this current EC's posturing is too obvious from the previous EC. The best we can do is to rebirth the Electoral Commission. After this year's election, let us create it anew by the powers mandated either in Parliament or those capable. Let us make the EC respond to us the way we want, whether we act right or wrong, depending on our individual interest. Snet and or the way are praying. Where's the Obi? Why is the NDC wasting our ears with the appointment of the director of IT at EC? The NDC's late regional chairman of the North had his daughter appointed as one of the EC directors, but the NPP never complained. She even contested for parliamentary primaries in Tamale for the NDC. You people should stop blowing hot air and campaign. Well, your candidate is talking about blah, 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 rather than engaging in a serious campaign. You people are not serious. Omar, or Accra, and Odiweyaba. Where's Obi, please, the transfer of voters registration, they started it a long time ago. In Infanteman, a certain woman came to us and took our Ghana card saying we would go and vote at Winneba. Meanwhile, we are in Infanteman. It's a planned thing. Obi, I listened to the Electoral Commission, and there is nowhere in the explanations where they admitted to what Sammy is saying. What they said was that they added 2020 transfers to 2024 transfers, which is the practice of the Electoral Commission. Obi, good afternoon. So according to Sammy, there is a perceived NDC district officer of the EC. So these officers can also rise to become commissioners. Charles in Koforidia wants to know. The call on the EC to audit the current register which is fair enough. But if you're going to make those claims, you've got to bring the evidence to back it up. In 2016, the NPP set a precedent by presenting all their evidence to the EC before the register was audited. So it's not unreasonable to expect the same level of transparency this time around. If there is lack of trust in the EC, why not invite journalists to your headquarters and show them the evidence rather than a bulletin? That way, the public can see what's going on, and we can have a more informed conversation about the issues at hand. Kofi Enyanyan or Mata Heko. Messages no endorse, and I would have to end here now. Yene Sammy and wrap up. Obi, I've shown these details of my ID card to Sammy. That, I don't know, what should I do? I don't know. I don't know the details. I will come on ask them. But Sammy, finally, in the the NDC's wish, it should be your way or the highway. Anna.
No, I mean
anything apart from audit.
There is no other way on the table.
Really?
Then I use Fuaka. There's no other way on the table. There is a problem with the register.
Okay.
How do we correct that problem? There are vulnerabilities
with the IT system. How do we correct it?
How do we correct it?
Okay.
The only way you can correct it are political parties in Yinabi Musampa, and then you correct a problem be anyhow. Henceforth, liveliness test, the word transfer system. Henceforth, to be NTB register mu Abrawu need the right authorization and consistent BB. Henceforth, this thing of transferring people in absentia
NCBO.
Henceforth, nipa ye delete your mudi NCBM. What is so difficult about it? Easy phone crumple, but because you can't trust them. Is it Obi?
And don't say I'm more evidence.
Under this easy. BVR machines are the registered voters under CCTV surveillance. Police for the soldier for EC headquarters. Machines in machines are here. CCTV machines in this police for soldier for away. Who even can tell us how machines now and no amount for the years I problem.
But I said we see actually say there is no way those machines can be connected to their system. I will be to me the
provisional register time no more catch the bema. Any few hours to the day no more. Easy way and some more be can be adwuma. Easy or the Cora draw and mathematics. Easy or the Cora draw and mathematics. Easy I would declare results. Now waba issue press release to correct the declaration. No what sounds what corrected the correction.
It was a subject at the Supreme Court.
Obi,
and that was there.
Let's not belabor the point. Obia or penokre.
On supporting the call for the audit.
Obia or penokre. Obia or pepere. No best about to a betu. A yasumbi. Obia or kwan be to be free, fair, credible elections.
Unfortunately, more opponent, the NPP has sworn heaven and earth, say they will resist any attempt to invite a third party, a committee or whatever.
Who has invited a third party?
To audit the register.
One I invited third party. They know they stand to benefit. If these anomalies are not corrected. And then some of them can say, oh, yeah, problems are here. You are not disputing the problems. And the issue should involve political parties and their IT experts for us to investigate how the problem happened, so that if there are more problems, we detect them as well and we correct all of them, and then we can all work, have a system. About 76,000. Said over 80,000 Togolese were registered. And
some of the evidence in
former EC person, former EC chairperson 1969 about just sending the 3 million fita. I wouldn't bet now. Evidence when over the buy. The
list of Togolese, no more they call.
But EC who said and no correct. Bibias anywhere where you register. That to go food in the register and Tronqua. Obokrano, yet say committee momo de wunjimu. Na ya identify Yama easy ajatum. And I heard some of your texts say easy ninchum. The 3,957 deleted names. Bossman Asari spoke to it on his file. Get the video. The 243,000 people let your market register. No, Bossman Asari has admitted it. The 15,000 people are ya transfer more. Yenni baby you move free no boss Banasari has admitted it. The videos are there. Somebody say we fact check and I'm one. Dubawa for numbers is here. Dubawa good. I'm fact check me say me boy the videos are there. But this is radio, we can't play videos. Okay. But you can get it and educate them. See Obi. Some
information. Where say Obi Yao Kwache has been a consultant for about 2 years now. Dr. Yao Oforia J, is that the name?
Yeah.
Has been an IT consultant at the EC since 2019. Dr. Apiahene has never been part of the IT team. The EC, as we speak, doesn't have an IT director as at now. It has 2 consultants working with a permanent IT staff.
I don't know. Now what be a secret society do hana masa obe wuntimi spell ya mentwe obe ka asem na woni se wuntimi va wudi nka mo agyan kana o kan sa kra mwa na wa wudi dia wo ka no eye no kra fa wudi nka ho me se apia hene IT sem no odi mwetinti ba ye papa
okay
ya mfana mfiri bono so when you
IT commissioner
omechi bo fruit EC headquarters
ballot na akoso John Mahama EPK number 8th on the ballot. That would be a hard to sell position.
Hard to sell is the easiest thing. And you SLE. What is hard to sell
number
about 8? Now Pentecost.
No, when there are
Pentecost elder now Kasasa.
Oh, now maybe Busa question. I'm asking you a question. Unless you can maybe Busa a question. Then we can have Enya na enson insia.
And then so no.
Or stay.
So that was a Sabbath.
Sure.
So the 8th day was what?
Now some na usabi.
It was a day of new beginning. What do you say? So when you say Yesu, ye che no. You deny him and nan nine as an yukuno.
That's how you
when you say Yesu ye che no and that to so 9 and yukuno. And now when you say 3 days after, oh sorry.
Yes.
So him.
Yes.
The 8th day was a day of new beginning. Na 8th day. What a look at when you sell a crab sell it. And you nyamena sheshe.
No, when Nipane peke ballot
picking 8, you know. And I mean who say it is divine.
Divine orchestration.
Oh yeah. It's divine.
But 8 Nipane peke ballot paper now 13 people ne also. Obehu say anka yemfa ne say in your heart of hearts.
96.
Say munya number 1 or number 13 na sanka beboa.
8 na ne.
Esro ha na ase.
8 na ne pe. Esro and the Kufuado the co-election 2016 with the Kudimcho Esro.
The 2016 you win you. 2012. Yeah.
I want to be born order number 1 no order number 1.
To Abama no. Ekosiisen. So I'm the remix aba.
Ekosiisen.
2008. 2008 and now that number 1. Yeah.
Order number 1 no order number 1 Ekosiisen.
O say
Ekosiisen. E o show di number.
E was Empire FM.
It is number 1 sen masa. Dia Ghana for nima ni chinye. Ghana for the nima ni chinye.
Inti chinye no mo nhwe.
Obi a opese oto na aba majo Mahama onim chinye. What boy na mejo na say you fa ballot paper na. Soro okra won hwe wo. Ohwe mfimfin ho ba form wo kakra bi. Eda ho number 8. Dia ntwere number bi a wo ballot paper na so. Timi de masema meka churu bi ane say oje presidential ballot paper na wo de we chinye. Chinye no be hu fefe green, red, black, white. Chinye and a wo hwe. And chinye no o de say wo be bre kra wo bre na wo hu be bi chinye no wa because deep and 13 kan 8 ba ko mienu miensa and 9 enu miensia.
I know na me say amanfo benya time I say.
What are you talking about here? Now chinye nie box no chinye no so de fe kra so be du na papa na ne ho fefe no sha atare fita oda ho. Na chinye ne da ha chinye na nim ho no. Adaka ketua bi o don sa bo ink ne so kokromoti wo de team so na de team adaka won team wo de team ho a de hia pani afantomago na handkerchief bi apepa won say ye
asana wa fodi
bo ade no kama obobo ye wo de akwato adaka no eti we de what the said enya de nkrachinya na Ghana for ye me say once you take the ballot paper you reach chinya no
the confidence
and for presidential the easiest way to find the chinya is to count 8.
the confidence you had maybe a year ago about winning elections, who are the same confidence
times 20. Me say everything shows that John Mahama is winning and is winning big. The polls say so, the prophets have said so, and the people have said so.
The prophets?
Of course.
The prophets.
The polls, the prophets, and the people. What do you say? And prophets no here who the Jamaica.
Na prophet ye hu prophet
prophet ben.
Omunyina prophet
obi a wa hye nkom ya
why chere me ba ko na prophet Victor Kusi Boating, right?
Yeah.
Oka den. Ono kan NPP. Prophet Bernard L. Bernard. Aka NDC. And there are some other prophets. Bakuya or Kasana man for kuri na chi PAP and their friends. Akuru prophet Akuru girls.
Omega Sancho. NPP.
Yes.
Omu komsheni kesia. Ono fa the horn of unicorn.
Yeah.
Ede was anointed or yengo.
Yeah.
Egu akufu adoso bompa man. Ono kura se NDC na bereni.
Prophet Usu Bempa.
Yes.
Why categorical?
Na den kwese yes obenyansa for ye budi be yanka na sem. Na kwese da wanti ni preaching nana.
No me to say ye behwe. So ka say ye behwe.
Ye behwe na chi, ye be ye na chi no ye scenario clear. Say akonwa be to hono David iku akonwa be to ye no. Abiata. Uni prophet Abiata say Adonija nebeye ohene. And I say Nathan Nezadok say David nebeye ohene. And I say Abiata AMPP. Abiata or say Adonija nebeye ohene no AMPP. And I say Nathan Nezadok almost say David can say Solomon nebeye ohene no NDC. Na Bible mu Adonija ni Solomon what are you ohene? Enye Solomon. It was say Solomon NDC and then on more
NDC. Na Bible NDC.
They be on the national income.
Okay.
And no, this is a manner. Bawomia kona sorry them krako tina kumia so amana bompa man. What is here? Na wo D4 kesiese. Ah wa boa MPP. Hu na mu. Den nem kwa ba for ya MPP. E say mutibi makona sorry krako pacha wo. Makwa sorry me hu so me hu ko pacha wa so dem. Na cha opani nyina wa wo D4 FM. Masa.
Okay.
MPP for crew wa yema. As for me, so for Penny, Ura Victor Kusi, but I respect him. But on the clearly, no, right now, no, I buy no Kahubi. So I buy Nangazo Kahubi, and sometimes it's difficult. Say, you must understand the position he finds himself in. Intermediate, I won't say anything here, but Obia will monitor the political landscape, will understand. But aside that, Bernard motion, but it's not just even about the prophets. Look, the polls. When we are about to a buy or tear kunyanso, the director of research, our year of flag servers, only by women the two.
Yes.
Also, the guy in the Sika you post, or you post, Abanebeko runoff. Now runoff no so John Mahama was 49%, but we had 46-47%. Abaya obi amosema renia wie no mu break 8. He said you pre draw. What your kunyanso aye po. The guy na sika you po say beba runoff. Na ababia ko runoff ama abaya what your kunyanso renia Uganda. The government itself has told you that they have lost. Their director of research said
but runoff will depend mainly on who has majority in parliament.
May say
it will not play a role.
Me say what to say abayanka sa otia konwa so ne director of research ye beto aba wakoye polo panyi what be da osipo na ya kwakoye ne ya yetia konwa so a ye say ye break 8 no ye ntimi break ye yare joma mama ne do so chen baba na be ko run off what be da me post from Fitch to EIU, all of them international, local, global info analytics. One is MPP Bereni.
Okay.
And go around the country, the the people. Bawumia enchiriye campaign ya oyi. Bawumia nakaza moteninga de.
Bawumia.
Moteninga. Okay, obi chairman nyama miensa bawumia kan the campaign we mu pa honka wo. Mpuntu sempa bawumia so de enhyehyɛ ya de bed adwuma ba chairman ba ko. Enwom kro ntimi mobi MPP for. Paluta nyumi ya odi break ya o. Me se nyom kra no MPP for ntimi mobi. So what 24-hour economy nyom no. Oh, the asempa na bow. Asempa Nabo 24 hour Naba Womia campaign awoye sa tonsu Asempa akwani ni policy ba ko kra de adwuma bebo obi kabiche me wo de kabiche o ka joma ama adwuma national apprenticeship program 24-hour economy women's development bank de na de ahoto beba oyi the Mahama case ba obebo foto obebo omo a omo kidney disease, cancer, hypertension, sickle cell diabetes yebebo omo ye the no fee stress ba free tertiary education for all first years oko polytechnic oko university oko college of education nursing training afi edi kan e free job ma me tu fees ni nyina ma look at it me say what dey me
free academic facility user fee.
No academic facility academic fees and academic fees no school fees and no I know we academic fee this is
that's how mo chire mo oko university na oje obela academic fee a line item
must mention that be oko Lagos see here na when admission last year for no mo fees na ye be admission fee na we say we tu answer be student no e be 2000 something academic fees na we 99%. Academic fee na ye can ye be 25 million asem na ye can no just say obata ni ntua fees bia de obetu aye hall dues SRC dues anye marketing get 5 cities 10 cities no school fees na nkasa
we'll do this again
enti no bibia di adanse MPP for na nkasa me ye hia wo mo chale ade die nim se anye yo ade die na wo nkasa hwe obi aboka 4 years don't make me 30 seconds obi aboka 4 years akofa consultants e dey develop slogan breaking the 8 breaking the 8 breaking the 8 avedi akaba boso mi mieru ne fam yakoto ba 8 adani musu obi ntimi nka 8 bia t-shirt o ma print ba wo mi t-shirt wa print fi China number 8 da so ni nyina academ ayeka eka be fie posters o ma print ya 8 da so eka be fie wo fi se nipa na MPP for sa omukruwa na ayema the MPP is under judgment unyame na
yes omo picking number 1 twice ni nyina enka
number 1 na ye na se o kai omo 2008 no mo try say omo betwa epokoko no aha omo ntimi ntwa enti onyamo e kai mo say number 1 na mo fa di kofie 2008 no eno ana mafa mo di kofie etetia number 1 ne kire nyema mienu that number 1 the number 1 problem of Ghana is Bawumia. Ntu hu na Bawumia na one hye nanima e kire say number 1 problem of Ghana. Number 1 e kire nipa won ka no kre kese otrofo kese o Ghana number 1 e ye Bawumia and the toso mienu. The toso miensa onyame de kai MPP for say 2008 a moye dwane a hanta ma mu oboni achi. Se mo bebreki 8 o bebreki na ye win no mo fa number 1 mo ko position number 1 we mo di ko position e ho no mo bo a obi abehu omo a chese omo nya spoiled ballot ni bi kura o de omo be da number 7 yakebe yem ya papa because onu utima mama ha ma chinya no wan tim ya na ekotra because omo be afa tokwa beba one there between 1 and 8 entimi say o te bana me chona enti the bottom line is say oje ballot paper na me say ye de nhwehwe chinya no na wo hwehwe because parliamentary there no MPC be breed number 2 aha eti hwehwe chinye presidential Joma Amada number 8 number 8 no ballot paper na so how kind 8 na wo be be oda but chinye na wo de wo ye den wo hwehwe
ndi omo ko mo hwehwe
chinye na why me no make us say kra no umbrella challenge course wo den me wo chinye wa so mo pe bi betimi ama na Monsesem because mu nyina mo bre
ko fabra ne yemfense
o ye be bi mema mo bi wa ha mu nyina mo hwe
ba me wo